One of the most significant responsibilities of a nonprofit is to ensure your finances are in order. And really, one of the most common places that things get messed up is how we've handled cash or money that's been received. So today, we're going to take a deeper look at that. Hi, I'm Teresa Clark, and I'm a CPA with over 25 years worth of experience. I've worked inside the organizations as a CFO, and I've worked outside the organizations as an external auditor. And I would say that my passion is to help nonprofits answer the money questions so that they can achieve their mission. You can think of me kind of like a strategic partner to help you master the money. To learn more, you can visit my website, teresaclark.com. Nonprofits experience more fraud than for-profit entities. And a lot of times that's just because we've failed to put the right processes in place. Today, I want to talk to you about a couple of things that you can be doing to make sure that your nonprofit is better protected. The first one is use a cash receipts book, literally old-fashioned, old school, duplicated receipt book. But when there's money coming into your organization, receipt it. Document what was the date, what was the amount, what was the purpose, and just have the person receiving the cash sign off on it. These forms can prove to be really helpful. I'm going to tell you a personal story in just a few minutes. Second, nonprofits should never let one person have sole control over the cash. Do it in twos. I like to think of it as dual controls. We have two people present at all times. Even the Navy SEALs, they check each other, right? No one goes at it alone. So develop a system where when money's counted, there's two people. Maybe you split the duties. One person's responsible for recording the transaction and the other one is responsible for depositing it. At the end of the day, you really need two people verifying one another. And it becomes most ideal, even after that verification, that your bank reconciliations are done by someone who's independent of that process. Okay, so a personal story. Put all these processes in place. They are critical. And if they are honored, they will protect your organization. Sometimes, though, you have bad actors, people who do things they shouldn't do. It's happened to me. And when it happened and it was detected, we backtracked. And this receipt process we talked about today was the key to understanding what had taken place. Really, because what was happening was that money was supposed to be counted in twos, and then a bank bag locked, and then that person took it to the bank. Well, what had happened was the people that were supposed to be counting it together had stopped their process. The person who was receipting it and dropping it into a safe would later retrieve it with the second person who committed the wrong. And the person committing the wrong had convinced the person who had been receipting and dropping into safe that, well, it didn't matter and that it wasn't a lot. They were in a hurry. Let me take it back to my office and I'll count it. And what was happening? Well, things were disappearing. And yet that receipt book by the original person that was receipted for each transaction that one of our customers were paying, created a log, a pathway, an audit trail that allowed us to see what had really happened and to make those accounts right for our customers and also to appropriately bring accountability to the person who had done the wrong. Okay, so there you go. You wonder why I'm so passionate about this, because it can happen to anyone, and it even has happened to me. All right, well, in conclusion, you want to make sure that your organization has an efficient and effective internal control process, those checks and balances for managing cash. And you want to develop them and document them, and then inspect them to make sure that they're being done. Let us all commit to following these best practices in our nonprofits so that we can really make sure we ensure the longevity and success of our organizations. Hey, I have a really helpful tool, not directly related to this, but it is something that will keep you on track every week and month and year. And that is a financial task checklist. Effective financials, they begin with a good checklist. So I invite you to check out my checklist of key financial tasks right there on the banner of my website today, teresaclark.com, or you can go to teresaclark.com/checklist.